Excuse me. All right. Excuse me, I just ate. All right, so I understand that this might seem a bit of a different type of stream compared to how this was before, but I just decided, why not? Why not try this out? This seems like a fun idea. Update the stream info, and we are set. So yeah, Dragon Quest 3. I want to try it out, so here we are. Because apparently, from what I remember, I've heard that Dragon Quest 3 and 11 are linked in some regard, so I figured, why not? Let's give this a shot, let's give this a shot, guys. God, jeez. All right. Is that mail? Message speed at about... Wait, so 1 is fast and... Okay, so probably at 4 is actually good. About a 4 will work for the sound effects, yeah, because if I can remember anything from retro sound effects is that they can get crunchy. And not the good kind of crunchy. Oof. Excuse me. Can you hear me? I am she who watches over all. One day, not long from now, you will appear before me a true hero. But before your journey can begin, you must teach me something. Teach me what manner of person you are. You must answer my questions as honestly as you are able. Are you ready to begin? Oh, so I'm getting a survey at the start of the game. Okay. Very well. First, you must tell me your true name. I'll just go by what I go by. What is the month of your birth? November 20th. You're born on the 20th day of the month of November. Your sign is the one known in your world as Scorpio. Is this correct? Yes, it is. I am indeed a Scorpio. Year of the Rat as well. Very good, Will. I will now ask you a series of questions. Do not dwell upon them too deeply. Answer swiftly and from your heart. Do so and I will come to know your true mind. Now let us begin. Do you believe that victory can be won on the battlefield? On the field of battle, I mean. In a sense? Wow, going straight for the questions that could go in a moral gray area, huh? But then again, Dragon Quest is always a series that's been a bit black and white in terms of morality. So for this, battlefield wins. Yeah. Do you prefer spells and sorcery or swords and sweat? Just swords and sweat? Not really. Do you find the company of unfamiliar people tiresome? Yeah, if I don't really know the people, if I don't really know a certain person, I tend to be drained a lot faster. Like, I kind of call myself an extroverted introvert. I'm not very good at meeting new people, but with familiar folks, I tend to be a lot more boisterous, I guess. Do you trust in the words of those who tell fortunes? Fuck no! Do you enjoy physical pursuits? Physical. Define pursuits, but I'm gonna probably guess this is like staying in shape or something along those lines, so sure. Can even the most minor of matters irritate you? Oh god, yes. They can. When inspiration strikes, are you likely to spring into action straight away? No. Once you begin a task, do you find all else around you pales my brain can't read today. Once you begin a task, do you find that all else around you pales into insignificance? I don't know how to answer that. Like, when I begin a task, it's not that other things get into insignificance, I just tend to let things go into a pecking order of sorts in terms of when I'm given. But I guess that would mean yes. When dining, do you leave the most delicious item on your plate till last? No. No, I don't. You are walking along and trip over a pebble. Is it more your fault than that of the stone? Yes, because I wouldn't have watched where I was going. Very interesting indeed. I feel that I know you a little better now. Now let us move on to the final test of your character. Suddenly Willis hears a woman's voice. Soon the jewel will be mine. Those fools across the border have kept it quite long enough. And it will suit me so much better. Whatever are you doing here, soldier? Do you know that our beloved kingdom is in grave danger, don't you? Yes, those horrible rascals from across the border are planning on invading. But our wise king knows this, and is preparing a daring and clever preemptive strike. The troops will mobilize soon. You two must play your part, brave soldier. Rummages around, but he finds nothing of interest. Takes a look and rummages around. Oh my god, Jessica's playing Smash! He finds nothing of interest. I'm the hero, I can rummage through whatever I damn well please. Listen, men, those dastardly criminals from across the border are readying an assault. But thanks to my dear wife, we have been lucky enough to learn of their wicked plan ahead of time. They cannot be allowed to invade our beloved motherland, therefore we must strike first. Is that not so, General Hannibal? Yes, Your Majesty, if this information is correct, it will indeed be in our best interest to strike first. Have their livers with fava beans and a nice Chianti. I mean, if I wasn't going to make that reference, somebody was. You need not worry on that score, Hannibal. What could my dear wife hope to gain from lying? She has no conceivable motive for deceiving us. Or do you believe otherwise? No, Your Majesty. Very well then, go forth, men, for the honor of our beloved realm. Our realm of... Insert name here. All hail King Insert Name here! If you're just joining us, yeah, I'm playing a bit of a retro JRPG here. Since I really love Dragon Quest XI a lot, and from what I've heard, I think Dragon Quest III and XI are canonically linked. So I thought I ought to have more numbered entries under my belt. so I figured I ought to go for this one. I want to see how classic Dragon Quest is. You know, without all of the change of the quality of life changes that other future entries have bought. Or not bought, adopted. That's the word I'm looking for. I do not recall your face, soldier. Is there something you wish to say to me? What's that? You are no soldier? Then leave this place. You have no business here. Do I have a means of... Oh, whatever am I to do? Who are you? What are you doing here? Yeah, what am I saying? This is no time for such petty concerns. Listen, I must ask you something purely hypothetical, with no basis in fact whatsoever. Let us suppose that a certain king had given certain orders, and that those orders happen to be misguided. They are still the orders of the king and must be obeyed, no matter what, correct? Misguided. Well... God, there are too many gray areas to each of these questions, but this is Dragon Quest, so... No. So you think that even the orders of a king, if mistaken, need not be followed? Yes. I suppose that even one's idea of what is correct and what is mistaken is entirely personal. So you believe it's better to do what I see fit than blindly follow orders of the king? Yes. Is that what you would do? Truly. I now know what I must do. You may leave. This is my first time playing this game, by the way, so if anything ends up getting a bit lost in translation for me, that's why. Is that it? I am she who watches over all, and I have seen what manner of person you are. You are truly gifted. Few are as clever as you. You are incredibly quick. You're an incredibly quick thinker whose mind moves from one subject to the next with ease. This makes you a gifted conversationalist and the life and soul of a party. That's funny. Which in turn leads to a slight tendency to try to be all things to all men. Not that this is necessarily a bad thing. After all, it is only natural to want to be liked, and it cannot be denied that you make people happy. Nor your will to endear yourself is not your true failing. Oh my god, the amount of coffee I had today and my brain still just somehow manages to fuck up words. Your true failing... Shit. Can I scroll up? Nope! There simmers within you the tendency to belittle or mock people for what you see as their shortcomings. When someone makes a careless blunder, your infavorability... You unfavorably manage to stop yourself from saying something. But deep within your heart of hearts, you secretly pity their clumsiness. Of course, your slight disdain rarely surfaces. This is because you are clever enough to realize its potential to wound and to sadden. And because of this, you believe that it does not affect your relationship with others. And on the surface, this would seem to be entirely true. However, the people around you do notice. They notice your tendency to wield your intellect as a weapon, your calculated behavior. They would never tell you this, because they are clever enough to realize its potential to wound and to sadden. Yes, it is true. They are as intelligent as you in that respect. Almost everyone is. So perhaps you should learn to treat them with a little more respect. If you do not, your witticisms may come to grate rather than integrate. To grate rather than to integrate. Okay. This is your spirit, your soul, the essence of your character. Now, my child, very soon the dawn will break, and you will rise to greet the new day. I am she who watches over all, and I look forward to the time when you and I come face to face at last. Okay. Interesting. So you get a character assessment at the beginning of the game, like you would with a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game. Oh, I recognize that dialogue option. 11 and 3 are canonically linked. Oh, God, they are! It's not every morning you ask the king himself to give you your biggest journey as personal bet. This is what I've been raising you for all these years, my big brave boy. Contains a seed of strength. Ooh, that's good. Well then, shall we get going? Come on, follow me. And don't slouch or I'll make you hold my hand all the way to the castle. I can't believe it. Oh god. Oh, this is so cool. Because that's the exact line that is said at the end of Dragon Quest XI. Like the very end, when you get the true ending. That is really awesome. Just straight on now. Off you go and remember to mind your manners. I won't have the king thinking you've been dragged up. I kind of want to explore. Ooh, can I break in here? Damn it, door's locked. How about in here? Door's locked. Any pots that I can break? Barrels? I see barrels. Movement speed seems to be okay for this. Not perfect, but not terrible. Okay, that is the prison, and out here is... Oh, it's not outside, it's further in. Okay, so I'm probably going to acquire a thieves' key at some point. That'll let me get through these doors. Alright. Ah, so instead of breaking them, I peer inside of them this time. Or at least with these older games. Hey, my first mini-medal. The first in a very big, what will probably be a very big amount. Maybe around 100, if not more. Okay, that seems to be all that there is down here. Let's check the drawers here. Of interest and Seed of Luck. Gotta love how I can explore these. Oh, head west from the castle and follow the sea. And the Promptree Cave is where you shall be. Brain. And the Promptree Cave is where you shall soon be. Fiddle-dee, riddle-dee-dee day. Oh, please, brave hero, bring peace back to our world, your only hope. Oh. Okay, so I'm a hero. It's like I'm just the appointed hero. Okay. Well met, Willis, son of Ortega. Ortega? I have no doubt that your mother has recounted the tale of your brave father's final moments many times. When he fell into the maw of that accursed volcano, the world lost a great man. However, we wholeheartedly approve of your wish to follow in his footsteps and set forth on the path of adventure. For it is what he would have wanted, and only the child of such a hero as he could hope to save the world. The foe that faces us is a dire one indeed, the archfiend Baramos. Many of the peoples of this world do not yet know his name, and yet his grip on our realm grows ever tighter. He must be stopped, no matter the cost. Brave Willis, you must free us from the Archfiend's ever-encroaching tyranny. But alone you will only meet the same fate as your father. Go and consult with Mistress Patty in town, and use this to outfit the companion she has selected for you. Patty? Sorry, in Dragon Quest IX, there is a woman you meet at an inn that gives you your party members, and her name is also Patty. Is Patty a reference to this Patty? God, I love Dragon Quest so much. Receive 50 gold pieces and some basic equipment and put them in the bag. We wish you well. We wish you good fortune, brave Willis. If you are carrying a map, this button will allow you to take a look at it. Okay. What's the pause button? Okay, so it's Y. Items. Okay, so I'm already equipped with all that. Let's transfer that to the bag. Don't want to accidentally, use this. Also cleans up my inventory a bit. Oh, that's weird. Mini medals are put in my inventory and not in the bag immediately? I guess that goes to show that this game is the older of the series. Caught me off guard. Okay, so I'll go to the inn and see Patty, and she will help me with party members. Hope you all had a good week, by the way. My week's just been normal, going to my classes, taking care of assignments, hoping to Christ I don't fail my set assignments. Having fun with friends, see nobody's around, find something of interest. Okay, so this is my house, and the old man. What do you have? 5 gold coins. Ortega was a real hero of material. Your father was something special, and his father before him. You've a lot to live up to, Willis. Don't let your grandfather down, okay? Old man who lives in my house for some reason. Alright, so Patty, where's the inn? That is likely the inn. But yeah, nothing of much interest has happened in this week for me. All just normal fare. Although I did kind of make my boss at the cafe kind of irritated because I told her that it was going to snow tomorrow and she just dreads it. Which everybody calls me weird about because I actually like the snow. Okay, welcome to Patty's party planning place. If you want to find new party members, this is the place to be. Same goes if you want to ditch them, for that matter. So how can I help you today? Take along with you. Elroy, Pierre, Betty. Warrior, priest, mage. Okay. Wow. God, a lot of this is something that appears in Dragon Quest IX. I wonder, can I create my own party members? If I can create my own party members... Let's see, drop off, view roster. No. Okay. Doesn't look like it. Because in 9, you can make your own party members, much like how you create your character in Dragon Quest IX, but I guess, character creation wasn't a thing in this game. Or wasn't even a thing back when this game first released. Which is understandable, but... Hey, far be it from me to complain. Alright. You need equipment. Let's see, Oaken Club, I think that's a mage weapon. Elroy or Pierre. Alright, so Cypress Stick. That goes to... our warrior. And... oh, I have 2. Actually... transfer... there we go. Do I have anything else? Wayfarer's clothes. I already have them equipped. Who could use the defense more? Looks like Elroy could. Easily. There we go. Yep. All set. Okay, anything upstairs? Anything I can rummage in? Does not look like it. What about you? Do you sell items? Nope. Bank. I don't have 80 gold. Not much to store. Okay. Let's see. I've gotten my party members, and yeah, I guess I just have to set out on my journey. Resurrection, Purification, Benediction. Really? I don't have the save option yet? Huh. I guess it has to have me do some more adventuring first. Alright then. Let's do this. You know, I was liking the sprite work around the map and the main characters, but the enemies are not doing it for me. They just kind of look like a bog standard box art version of a slime. But I guess that's what you get whenever you use the mobile versions to emulate on your console. Alright. Oh, I'm sorry, I do not have control over my party members. They're AI controlled. I'ma fix that immediately. Tactics. Betty, follow orders. Elroy, follow orders. Pierre, follow orders. Okay. Do I have any spells? I do not. What are your spells? Use Frizz. Elroy doesn't have spells. He's a warrior. Pierre, you just have heal. Please heal. Heal Betty, for love of Christ. Wow. I'm gonna have to go check around town to make sure I know which direction I'm going in. Last thing I want is to just wander around aimlessly. And also, I should probably stop off at the inn, because, my god, just 6 slimes were doing some heavy damage towards me. Is there anything I can take out of these rooms? No. And you know what? I actually recognize the sprites of these characters now because of the events of Dragon Quest XI. Going through the Tokkul village and helping out the past events, I recognize these 3 NPCs. Be so nice and polite as you promised. Yes. Thank goodness for that. I was petrified you'd trip over or say the wrong thing, or... Well, it doesn't matter now. You have the king's permission to go off adventuring. You're officially a grown-up. Anyway, you must ever be so tired, off to bed. I just fucking spent 8 gold for nothing! Okay, they're just saying go adventuring. Guess that's old school structure for you. You gotta find your own path. I mean, it worked for Breath of the Wild, I guess. Stark Ravens. Let's see. Yeah, still don't know any battle spells. Attack. Frizz. And I guess techniques weren't really a thing until later games, so everything's just a spell. See, what's also kind of throwing me off on this is that I can't select the enemies individually. But again, this is an older game, so I'll forgive it. It's just, I'm not used to how old the structure is here. Here, first village. Village of Reeve, okay. An item shop. What do you sell? Turban, herb, holy water, chimera wing. Actually, I should probably buy a Chimera Wing in case I want to, get back. And I don't know if I get Zoom in this game. So, it'd be best to get it now. Bookshelves. It contains a copy of Diary of Hardman. Okay. I'm an adult. Diary of Hardman. Wait, I just took a diary out of this poor person's house. Being the hero certainly has its perks. If you spot something suspicious when you're out wandering, 9 times out of 10 it'll be something interesting. So don't just gawp from afar, get up close and investigate. I've never seen the word gawp written out like that. In 8 gold, no thank you. Door's locked. Nothing to rummage through. And here we have the weapon shop. Weapons or armor, okay. What have you got? Bronze knife, copper sword, chain sickle. Chain sickle! I think that's the first Dragon Quest game. This is the first Dragon Quest game I've played that I've seen chain sickles. Did not expect that. And I can use it, Betty can't, Elroy can, and Pierre can. Okay. Well, I don't have enough gold for any of this, so I'm gonna say no to that. Won't budge. There. Blimey, with that kind of strength, you'll go far in this world. I'm not going to try a British accent, by the way. Even though it seems like anytime there's English voice acting in these games, it's more often than not British. You lot of travelers, aren't you? Oh, here from Alihan, eh? Don't tell me you've come looking for a wrecking ball, too. Honestly, what is so good about these things that people go what is that word? Tripsing? Oh, tripsing. Tripsing? I think. Around the countryside looking for them. I guess that's just another word for wandering. Okay, looks like that's all there is to this village. Okay, well... I recognize this song. I recognize this battle theme. Yeah, I recognize this battle theme. This plays during your trials in the Wheel of Harma in Dragon Quest XI. Oh god, You ever felt that realization whenever two things from different games link together and then your brain just kind of short circuits for a second? This is giving me that feeling. Holy shit. It's not a bad feeling, mind you. I'm just thrown off. So if Elroy's not going to learn any spells and has no MP, then what? What will he learn then? Is he just going to have a higher crit rate as he levels up? I keep forgetting that I don't know spells. I'm not used to not having spells this early in the game. And you need to heal Patty up. I mean, not Patty, Betty. There we go. Frizz. Alright. One left. Boom. And looks like my party members level up faster than I do.
But considering that I may or may not be switching them out, that's probably a good idea that they level up quicker than I do.
Learns Poof. Nice.
Oh, good lord. That was way too many enemies for me to take on at once. And I believe this is probably the MIDI version of this track. I don't think they would put orchestrated tracks in the first 3 Dragon Quest games for Switch. I don't think they would. That seems like too much of an investment. Oh, and Betty's dead. Well, looks like I gotta go resurrect her. Good thing I was heading back to town anyway. So yeah, it looks like I have a objective to defeat the Archfiend, but I don't really know what my first step is in doing that. Ooh. I kind of like this theme. I like the nighttime theme for the towns. It's kind of nice. It's very pleasant. This kind of sounds like something you could hear in a Zelda game. Like, I could hear this being played in Ocarina of Time whenever you're in the Kokiri Forest as Link. Like, young Link. Like, I can't be the only person that hears that, right? Alright, I'm gonna just go ahead and rest up here since I need the healing anyway. Alright, I'm gonna head back in to talk to the king to see if there's any specific place he wants me to go to. I'm your local guardsman on the beat, here to keep the streets free of trouble. You may set off on your quest, safe in the knowledge that your own town is in good hands. Yeah, I'm just gonna double check on what my place to go to really is, because if there's one thing I remember on Dragon Quest, especially in some of the older entries, is that the way forward can be a bit obscure, to put it lightly. You have another 2 points of experience to earn on your journey to get to the next level. Oh, cool. He's my way of knowing how many experience points I need. That's actually pretty neat. Oh, and he's my save point, not the church's. That's weird. That's very... Why is the king my save point? That's odd. Yes, I wish to continue. It's only been just over half an hour. First, you must find the key to open the door. All else will follow thereafter. Key? The further forward a person is in battle, the more damage they will take when they hit. That's why you always need to think very carefully about your party's lineup. Further forward. This should go without saying, but weapons and armor are no good if you forget to equip them. Well, yeah. I mean, you can't just say, like, hey, I hit you, my sword totally hit you. You don't have a sword. It's invisible.
those stupid grown-ups won't let me go outside because they think it's too dangerous. It's that silly old archfiend's fault, isn't it? Oh, I hate him. It's so boring. Being cooped up in here. I tried to sneak out the other day, but Daddy caught me. He's much more perceptive than he looks. I mean, that's how it's written, so I might as well talk with the lisp. Oh god, that reminds me of the martial artist you find. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm going to be referencing a lot of the past entries in this stream. It's just, I've been learning a bit about the series, and I've so far played 7, 9, and 11, and now this, and fair to say I'm kind of familiar with some of the in-jokes, especially the Puff Buff Girl. I hear that wily thief Kirk Buzzer came up with a key that could open any normal lock in existence. Why, with one of those in your pocket, you could come and go through the doorways of the world as you pleased. Okay. Well, I have to seek this guy out in order to get me a key that can get me through all these damn doors. Because there's some good items through these locked doors, I can feel it. Okay, so I've seen one village so far. Nothing to the south. Ah, I think I know where I'm going. Because I just spotted this cave area to this over here, which means I probably need to go to that cave area. I just was not paying attention on my first time through here. Nice, critical. Alright, do I learn a spell? Yes, I do. Nice. And you know what? Just to avoid having to use MP in the field, I recognize this theme too, this overworld theme. It plays whenever you're in the third part of 11. Yep. Yeah, beat for beat, it's the same one. Let's see. Pierre needs it the most. Diary of Hardman changes personality. There aren't many merchants in your party capable of appraising items. I'm just gonna transfer that. It's very odd that I just took a dude's diary. Now my question is, does anybody need any immediate healing? Does not look like it, actually. Everybody seems good. Ooh, I like this theme. Okay, so the slimes are plentiful, but they can be defeated super easily. Good to know. Alright, bear with me a second, folks. I'm gonna go use the restroom. I will be right back.
Alright, I'm back. Okay, let's keep going through this cave. Let's have a frizz on there. Betty, you attack, because if my logic is sound, her weapon ought to be able to absorb the MP off of enemies. So we'll see what happens. Okay, nope, she does not absorb MP. That is good to know. So I'm gonna have to really use my spells sparsely. That's the word. Now what is this? Contains Wayfarer's clothes. Ooh. Equip. Who could use them? Betty could use them. You know, now that I remember it, one apparent event did come up that a lot of people have been discussing recently. You know, roll your eyes, it's the Byleth Smash thing. And if you want to know my opinion on it, I don't really care that much. Despite what past reactions may say about my opinions on Smash or Jordan's opinions about Smash on Open Couch, I don't really care too much about learning Smash news anymore. I mean, obviously I'll be hype with certain characters, but I'm not gonna get super pissed if a character I wanted is not in Smash Bros. I mean, granted, I still hope for Travis touchdown, but that's just, you know, a hope. It's not really anything particular. And I just think people are overreacting about Byleth's inclusion. It's like, granted, this game does have a competitive aspect to it that a lot of people get invested in, and it's something that will end up affecting the meta because of how many how many swordsmen there are. But for people to get incredibly salty and attack others on Twitter over their opinions or wherever social media, I just think is really petty, you know? Like, there are much worse issues in the world that people could get angry about. I feel like another Fire Emblem character should not have to be one of them. But, again, that's just my opinion. I just went in a circle. That's fine. And I imagine Betty's not going to learn a new spell for a hot minute. Part of me wants to guess not until, like, level 5. Contains a medicinal herb. Okay, good. And it looks like that's really all there was here. And nibblers. I mean, that's another way you can call them. And if you're recognizing the character designs, if you're not familiar with Dragon Quest, the character and monster designer of the series is Akira Toriyama, the man that created Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. So, yeah, there's another reason why this game series in particular, I feel like could get a real big edge in terms of popularity. I mean, if people learn that the man who created Dragon Ball contributes to this series, it could get incredibly popular, and certainly the series must have gotten a boost after Hero's inclusion in Smash Bros, because I said it once on the podcast, and I'll say it again. Smash Bros is one of the best marketing strategies you can ever do. What better way to market your series than to slap your character onto a game that has such widespread appeal like Smash Brothers? Just saying, it's kind of a no-brainer. Okay, so that seems to be exhausted of all of its stuff. Flee. Shit! Oh god, please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't game over me. No, 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 no. There. Okay, thank god. Shit. Okay, it's just one slime. Alright, let's go rest up at the house. And of course, I likely will not get the means to traverse across water for a hot minute of the time. Especially knowing the reputation of how long these games can be. Not that I'm complaining, though. Good amount. I could actually get some decent stuff now. Now then, the only one without any kind of Wayfarer's clothes is, I think, just Pierre, I think. Training togs, nope, that's for martial artists. Leather armor, tortoiseshell, it's just Betty. Can't afford the chain sickle. I'd have a copper sword equipped. Elroy could use a bit more in terms of attack, but since he uses axes... Wait, does he use axes? I mean, he's got just a club equipped right now, right? Yeah, he's just got a club. Okay. Well, it's still early enough in the game. I don't think it matters too much. So yeah, apparently there's a thief guy that's got a thief's key that will let me get into different stuff, which is interesting to learn. I am so not used to having the menu button be Y instead of X.
That is gonna throw me off for a hot while. Let's see, who needs it healing? I do. And Elroy. Oh, I can traverse across these.
I didn't think I could traverse across these mountains. Alright.
I didn't realize that. Hey, there we go. God, you level up fast. Guess that's good. I guess that's a good part of warriors. Oh, those look too strong. Spells. Who could use a healing? Just me, it looks like. Yeah, looks like that was a good idea. 5 damage? Holy shit. I mean, that doesn't sound like a lot, but this is pretty early. Okay, there's only 2. Much easier to manage. Ow. I don't know what that building is. Alright, I need healing and then Elroy. Oh god. There we go. Nice. Holy shit, the encounter rates are insane here. Flee? Nope. Didn't expect that to work. Alright, fuck it. Perfect. Oh. That's just dickish. Oh, it's here. What the? Oh, so A is also the pause menu too. I didn't know that. Interesting. Alright, now what's down here? Welcome to the Path of Promise, youngster. You won't find it too promising right now, though. The way through has been blocked up. Okay. Well, that clearly does not seem like the way to go.
Alright, I've just essentially looped around. And I think I'm out of my element with these enemies. I knew it was a good investment to get a Chimera Wing. I just knew it. Oh, hello. I didn't know there was a well here. Looks down the well. What have we got here? Is this where the thief is? Heaven knows why, but when I met the boss here, I got this strange feeling that he was a king and that I had to protect him. That's why I followed him down here, you see. Wait, I didn't catch that last part. It just feels like he's the kind of big shot the Archfiend or some knight wants to bump off, you know? Welcome to Mini Metal Manor. Ooh! Really? The Mini Metal place is here! Many thanks for dropping by. I'm to max out my collection of Mini Metals. If you find any, bring them to me and I'll make it maximally worth your while. Forgot to read the it there. Bought me some. 5 and be the proud owner of a Thorn Whip. Okay. Well, now I have an incentive to keep finding mini metals. Oh, so the mini metal prizes are just in a book here. Interesting. Let's see, Thorn Whip, Garter, Edge Boomerang, Strength Ring, Scholar Specs, Agility Ring, Weightlifter's Belt, Stealth Suit, Flame Tang Boomerang. Here we go. Astrea's Abacus, Mercury's Bandana, Dragon Tail Whip, Dragon Claws, Dragon Robe, Staff of Resurrection, Blessed Bikini, and Gringham Whip. Okay. Well, that was an interesting find. Have you seen the funny little island to the west of town? Yes. Well, the building standing on its own is known as the Dreamer's Tower, and a strange old place it is, too. Okay. After weapons armor? What have you got? Oaken Club, Copper Sword, which I have. Okay. Let's see, who can use a shield more? God, I think everybody could. It's 90 gold, so I can afford 3 of them. And Pierre. Yep. That should be it. I'm cleaned out on gold for that. If you leave town and wander around for long enough, eventually it will get dark. When that happens, you want to be careful. The meaner monsters just love the nighttime. Well, doesn't it? Can't believe he would let himself get killed so easily. As a prisoner, just go up to the bars and cell, talk to them. Horace Wright, piece of work. Not only did he go and build Not only did he go and get me banged up, he pinched me precious key and all. Me, the great Kirk Buzzer himself. Your trusty thief's key will open any red door in the world, if only I'd have used it to... Yeah, what a plunker I am. Okay, so the person in the Dreamer's Tower has this guy's key. You ain't got a key will open this door, have ya? Well, they'll sling your... Look, if I ain't got... Oh, this is hard to read. You ain't got a key that'll open this door, have ya? Well, then sling your hook. I ain't got no use for ya. Alright, and then there's a red door. So it seems like the objective that I've got in mind is to go to the Dreamer's Tower. But I don't think I can cross waters yet. I don't have a ship. Yeah, doesn't look like I can cross through yet. And I've exhausted the cave. So, yeah, I'm kind of caught on where to go. Probably a good thing that this is a casual playthrough then, huh? Have you managed to get a hold of the Thieves' Key yet? No. Well, you didn't hear from me, but there's a cave in the woods south of here that leads to Dreamer's Tower. Oh shit, then I should head back to that cave. I'm stupid. I thought it was a dead end though. Okay then, I know where I'm supposed to go. Perfect. Note to self, talk to NPCs whenever you need to, because more often than not, they'll know where you're supposed to go. And boy, once I get that Thieves' Key, I'm going to start going ballistic on red doors. The red doors will be the red shirts. Okay, so apparently this leads to Dreamer's Tower. So I just kind of need to keep an eye out as to where I'm going. Okay, been here. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of enemies. Well, they only do 1 point of damage, so let's see if I can beat their asses in. I've never gotten that spell to work. Isn't effective. Oh, cool! I got it to work. Let's see, does anybody need any healing? Not urgently. I think I'll be fine. Okay. know what I did wrong. Yep. Yep. That makes sense. Alright, Dreamer's Tower. Just gonna sort of explore around and see if there's anything interesting. Now, what is here? More stairs. Okay, the Dreamer's Tower leads to the castle, too. Okay, that's interesting. Well, I know that that's there, at least. Probably acts as a shortcut after I beat this place. Damn it. Alright. Do I have any medicinal herbs? I do not. What the hell does it mean by change personality? I don't get it. Alright. Betty needs a healing, I know that. I need a healing. Okay. And of course, Pierre is fine. Now what's up here? How is everybody reaching levels? Jesus, that's insane. I'm only level 3. 32 gold, I'll take that. Oh, great, I'm hallucinating. I'll take that. Critical hit? Yeet those slimes. Okay, good. Finally, I leveled up. I don't learn a healing spell yet. Oh, hello. What is this? Well, clearly I can't open this door. Yep, can't open it. So, looks like all that's left is to go down. Alright, it worked on all three. Perfect. And Acceleratle. Ooh. Oh, that's a villain theme if I've ever heard one. And there we go. Who's this? Hey, gold estate. Shit. An inn inside of a dungeon? I'll take that. Needed the healing. And the MP. Well, that was a surprise. Make a break for it, make a break for it. Run, 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 run. Need to run, need to run, need to run. Not even gonna attempt that. No thank you. More stairs. Oh wow, this is a rabbit hole of a dungeon. It's just gonna keep going. I could use that Chimera Wing for certain. Ooh, medicinal herb. Nice. I needed one. Damn it. Oh my god, let me flee. And Betty's dead. Christ alive. Oh my god, can I please flee? Thank you. Oh, hey, look at that. Alright, well, I know to be a bit more careful now, and I should probably buy some medicinal herbs. Everybody's got a leather shield on. Should probably head to that other town so that I could get better supplies. Since there seems to be no item shop around here. Oh, that's where that is. Sorry, I had a bit of a weird moment there. I was just like, oh, hello. All right, let's see. For defense, nobody can equip a turban. Be carrying it. One for Betty. One for Elroy. And one for Pierre. Now then, I also want to give Elroy a stronger weapon because I feel like he needs it. Let's see. Betty does not need a knife. Copper sword. A chain sickle is pretty strong, but I can only afford a copper sword right now. So how about just a copper sword for Elroy? Yes. And that seems to be it. I could afford a leather hat, too. And Betty could use the defense, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. There we go. That should work. And since the Tower of Dreams is a lot closer than I thought it was, let's do it like this. God, that's so much easier. Don't have to go through the cave now. It's perfect. Oh wow, it looks like equipping Elroy with a sword was a much better idea. Alright, let's stay here and just sort of top off our health. Let's check what's in these other rooms, because I kind of just went forward without thinking. I'm not going to make that mistake again. And there we are. Nothing, and nothing, really. Okay. Shit. Of course I can't. It's never that easy. Alright, fuck it. nothing, and... Wow, really? There's a lot of nothing here. That's a lot of something, though. I mean, thankfully these things are pretty easy to kill. It's just... they come in such huge quantities. Alright, I think I'm gonna rest at this guy's inn. Yes. Perfect. God damn, Elroy's just going off on these things. Alright, I went south last time, so I'm gonna head up this time. $40 gold coins, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Aha! Mini medal, yes! Okay, cleared that out. Man, I cannot wait until we're able to get a multi-target spell. That'll be phenomenal. Yes! I learned heal, finally! Pierre doesn't have to do all the healing! Oh, that's so nice. Oof, that's a lot of damage. Don't know if any flex tape will take care of that. Oh, hello. Copy of the Girl's Own Annual. Okay. Well, 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 so you've come at last. It's Willis, isn't it? I've dreamt so many times of giving you this key. Heaven alone knows why. But it must mean something, so here you go. One thieves' key. You'll take it, won't you? Yes. Yes, that was easier than I thought. I was going to be a boss fight. By the way, there are books in this world so influential that they can change your whole personality. Open them with caution, that's my advice. What? Alright. Well, that's it for the Dreamer's Tower then. Wow, that was way shorter than I expected it to be. I mean, I guess that's a good thing. Transfer that to the bag. As well as the mini medal. Do I have a Chimera Wing? Oh no, it doesn't look like it. Oh no, it doesn't look like it. And I don't have Zoom. Oh no. Oh well, it's not a huge deal. Alright, so we'll head back to the town that I'm going to via the village, Reeve. And open up the red door there, and then head back to the kingdom with the Chimera Wing, and then just go ham on all the red doors there. Because I expect the red doors will have some really interesting stuff. Because you never, ever get the Thief's Key this early in the game. And also, finally, we learned another new spell for Betty. Treasure chest, hardwood headwear. Ooh, is that good? Now let's see, who can equip it? Okay, I can equip it. Let's see, who could use the defense more? Can't equip. Goes from 15 to 21, 15 to 21. Let's give it to Pierre. He could use it. There we go. And This is Seed of Agility. Ooh, that's also nice. Okay. It is so nice how conveniently close that is to this village. Now then, first let's stop at the inn. How much gold do I have? Not enough to really get anything substantial. Alright, now let's open every red door we see. They say that there's some kind of sacred spring way off over the mountains to the east of the village. Apparently, all the great heroes would make a point of visiting it before setting off on their quests. That's probably the place I just visited earlier, but was completely clueless as to what to do there. Seed of Wisdom? Wow, I was finding a bunch of stat boosting seeds. Alright. Books of interest? Nope. Bookshelf. Nothing of interest. An antidote. I'll take that. What are you doing in here? I could have sworn I locked the front door. Did you find a key somewhere or something? You trespassing so-and-so? No. Lock it, did you? But to learn a spell that difficult, you have to be... Aren't you? You're Ortega's child, the one we've heard so much about. Oh my, then I'd better give you a little something to help you on your way. Where did I put it? Break the seal on the teleportal. Teleportal? Pardon me? I just came into this place on a whim. Alright, well, looks like that paid off nicely. Alright, let's get a Chimera Wing and head back to the kingdom. And actually, while we're at it, let's go ahead and transfer a bunch of these items. To be it. Alright, bear with me again, folks. I need to go use the restroom again. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Alright, let's get started. Let's just start robbing everything. Let's see, is there any red door out here first? Of all. Nope. Not outside the town. Does not look like it. Nope. Not here. I mean, I have a pretty well-rounded party already, so unless a martial artist comes available. I've been working here in Alahan Castle for 10 years now. I wanted to become a royal scholar, but I failed the blessed exam. I hear those who passed were given a special book that made them extra clever, too. Curse my luck. A contains a mini medal, yes. I recall reading somewhere that the seal placed on the teleportals could be broken by means of a wrecking ball. Someone was researching wrecking balls, weren't they? Ah, yes, of course. It was that old fellow from Reeve. Okay, so if I didn't go to that Reeve place almost immediately, I would have probably come back and then talked to this NPC and then learned about the wrecking ball. Good to know. Seems the wrecking ball is basically an explosive. They use it to blow through walls and such. I think I know where to go. So you should see me, didn't you? Yes, I know you're lying, but it's very lovely you're doing something nice in return. Apparently they used to have a thing called the teleportal off to the east side of our little continent. But it's all sealed up now, nobody can use it. Well, yeah, seems pretty evident that I need to head east. Not west. Okay. No red door. And of course, the red door that's down below leads to the tower. Evident to say, it seems like my next place to go to is the teleportal that's on the other side of the continent. Which shouldn't be that hard of a journey. I've leveled up a little bit since my last adventure. I'm just gonna save real quick because I certainly don't want to lose all of this progress I made. Yes. wrecking ball on your person, do you? Yes. Well then, what are you waiting for? Get yourself down to the path of promise and... Okay. Hey, mini medal. Yes, I'll take that Chimera Wing, thank you. It's a book about boomerangs and whips. Do you read it? Yes. Whips and boomerangs are allow their wielder to attack multiple enemies simultaneously. Whips can hit entire groups, while boomerang will damage every enemy on the field. Though their attack power may seem somewhat limited, used tactically, they can confer great advantage. Okay. So boomerangs can attack everything, whereas whips can only attack groups. Interesting. Good to know, actually, in case I ever want to equip a whip. Or a boomerang. Now then. Okay, there we go. Kaboom! A message seems to have been carved rather haphazardly into the undersiding of the lid. Dear traveler of Alihan, please help yourself to this here map. To take a look at it, you need do no more than press the X button, and another press will give you a closer look. Oh, I can tell what it's saying, but God, that spelling is breaking my eyes right now. May your journey be blessed with success. Oh, this actually hurts to read. Ugh, but at least I have a map now. Just, God, that was bad. Oh, wow, that's a big world. Okay, so this is my current continent. Okay, that's actually really cool. That's a big world. Damn. Damn, Slun. I haven't encountered any enemies so far. There we go. Oh, good lord. We got stronger enemies this time.
Did I just go? Oh, fuck.
Well, I just went a circle. God damn it. No, not this again. Antidote herb. Nothing that can bring Pierre back, though. Shit. Jesus, the gobbler's strong. Hopefully I find a church soon to resurrect Pierre. Because I definitely need my healer back. Oh shit! Oh shit! That is not good. If they can put me to sleep, then I'm fucked. Oh, fucking... Holy shit! Okay, I didn't know they could cast a snooze. God damn. Well, plain to see, it went from 0 to 100 a little quickly. Really? I mean, thankfully these butterflies are super easy to kill, but just still, like, holy shit. Okay, new weapon. That's cool. Who can equip it, though? Sensitive dagger. Narcissist, daydreamer, clown. That's probably what they meant with the, I can equip it! Interesting. Oh, wait, but wait, can I not equip it? Okay, yeah, I guess I can't equip it. Heroes don't use daggers, I guess. Unless you're Joker from Persona 5. Jesus Christ, how many? Well, looks like I might be reaching the end, which is good, because I'm getting close to dying. I'm trying to retreat because I also don't want Pierre to be left behind in terms of experience either. Whoa, that's a trippy effect. I like it. Church! Where's the church? I need to find one. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Oh, thank God. Okay. Restless heart. What? Resilience. It's an accessory. The Eureka moment. Okay, I'm guessing that's another personality-changing item. Yep. I have no idea what these will be used for. Like, what purpose do they serve? Seems impossible that such thing could happen. Yay! Antidote herb, sweet. What in the... Wait a minute, is this the... You're not from around here, are you, darling? I hope you have a wonderful time in our beautiful city of Romaria. What? Centennial Spectacle, that is Monster Arena. Oh, so it's like... So it's betting on a monster to win. Okay. Interesting. Alright. That's a neat discovery. Divine Dagger. Wait, I can equip it. Then why did it say... I can equip a lance too. Interesting. However, I feel it necessary to give everybody better armor. Let's see. And I feel like it'd be good to give that to Pierre as well, because Pierre could really use a defense. mean, there's obviously going to be no alchemy pot in this game, so I might as well sell these. Okay, well, now I know where I am on the map. Let's transfer you to Pierre. And then sell your plain clothes. What are you? How can I serve you? Oh, you've got stupid strong stuff and items. Okay, so that's clearly not something I can use yet. And I can equip a chain signal too. Interesting. Alright, what else is all around here? Ooh! Let's see, is that going to boost my... Yes, it will. Actually, it's equipped already to her. Alroy could use a hat, though. I don't think that's 5. But another mini medal is never a bad thing. Nope, that ain't gonna open. And that's a prisoner. That's a door that's not going to open. My son, the king, he loves to make merry above all else. He prefers to play than to rule. Would I lie to you? Would I lie? Personality. What will be the point of these books? I'm very confused by this. To the east are beasts of great violence. You should travel first north and then hone your skills there. Casarola, the monsters, they've become so numerous of late. Is it a worry? No. It is a worry, no? Okay, so this is obviously like Dragon Quest Italy. Or Italian Dragon Quest town. Our Majesty would ask a boon of you, friend. Will you hear him? Well met, scion of Ortega. Your reputation precedes you. Willis, you have another 33 points of experience to earn. Oh. Yeah, sure, why not? Something I must ask of you. Okay. That despicable brigand Robin Hood has stolen from us our most sacred and regal crown. Maybe it'll return to us and produce a true hero. Go forth, Willis, and travel with you. Okay. My courtier... Tell me, Alejan is a place of great beauty. Tell me, is there beauty in the hearts of its people too? Spero de si? I hope it is so. Okay, so I've explored the castle fully. Except for the, doors that are locked via bars, but I'll get the means to unlock those at some point. Don't know when, but at some point. Jesus God! Okay, well, looks like I need to bring Betty back. Again? Dead too. Oh shit. Looks like these monsters are a little more than either that or I got really bad RNG. Like, they're either stupid strong, or I just got really bad RNG to have that group specifically. Jesus Christ! Well, good thing I saved! Defeat does not become with you. Fortunately for you, it seems you are to be given another chance. Use it well. Holy shit. Well, looks like I might have to do some grinding. Which is not a good word to use. But, I mean, in all fairness, I kind of breezed into this part really quickly, so maybe it's my own fault here. Oh god, I don't have enough gold. Oh, that's brutal. Okay, nearly had a total party KO, but... let's see. Romaria. Yeah, I can travel back here with a Chimera Wing. I just need to fucking revive Pierre and Elroy. Evident to me that that place might be a little too strong for me right now. So I think maybe off stream I'll have to do a little grinding. And also I need to get better weapons too. Okay. I guess the stronger I get, the more it costs to bring people back. I mean, I guess that's fair, but damn. Back up to 40 easily. And actually, I want to check something. Yeah, I could equip it, so what the hell is that about? Betty can't equip it. Although Pierre can equip a copper sword. Interesting. Alright, well, now that I know that I can equip daggers, sell the copper sword, and then I'll definitely have enough to be able to get both of them back. $50? What the shit? Does it increase with every time that I... Okay, it has to depend on the class and or level. That's what it has to be. Okay, so... Fair to say, I think this is pretty much a good way to cap off the stream, because since I've pretty much reached a point where the enemies are a little stronger than me, I'm gonna have to grind up to not only get experience on leveling up, but also to get better equipment. Which, you know, grinding is never really fun to watch for streaming purposes. So, I will definitely spare you guys the boredom of seeing that. But thankfully, I've discovered a new town, which means I can Chimera Wing myself there whenever I please. Trainer rolling next time we do this, because I definitely want to keep streaming this game. Doing streams of older games like this is pretty fun, and seeing the roots of Dragon Quest is pretty fun for me too. Getting to see the roots of a series that's becoming near and dear to my heart. Because sometimes you don't really need complexity like in Bloodborne in terms of story and such. Sometimes you just need a good old good versus evil story, and yeah, this provides something that everybody can enjoy. So, you know what? Since we're reaching the 2.5 hour mark on the stream, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. I just need to rest up at the mother's house and then go save at this king's place. Alright, and here we are. Oh, I need 3 more experience points. Do I want to do one more fight? Nah, we're reaching the 2.5 hour mark. I might as just well end it here. Alright. So then, hopefully you guys enjoyed doing this. I definitely want to keep this game up on the streaming because this is a pretty fun thing to do. So, if you want to see more of this, be sure to follow me here on Twitch to keep up with the streams. As for what I'll do tomorrow, I'm debating if whether or not I want to continue with this or maybe start on a different game, but we'll have to see. But I'm certainly enjoying this so far, and I hope you guys ended up enjoying this too. So yeah, follow me here on Twitch if you want to see, you know, me streaming. Or follow me on Twitter so that way you could be able to see when I do stream. Like, I usually alert them the same day that I do a stream on, so, you know, that's a bit of a FYI on that scenario. And if you want to see me do more gameplay stuff that isn't related to Twitch, you can go check out the YouTube channel I co-host at Open Couch Gaming so that you can see gameplay videos that I've done with my friend Jordan, whether it be talking about games or playing games, just in general nerdy stuff too. So, there'll be something for everybody. But with that being said, I hope you all have a great rest of your night, and hope you all have a good weekend. See you later, guys. Bye.